In case you forgot, here's all it takes to play RuneScape in real life. You need a Joy-Con for the accelerometer, and you swing the axe that sends a signal to an API, which sends a signal to the phone. On the phone, the game is actually playing, and when it gets that signal, it clicks on the tree. And then, after it gets experience or logs, all that information gets forwarded along to the website, which is like the scene where you actually play the game. If you hear all that and think that's way too complicated, nobody would ever do that, that sounds like a Michael Reeves video, then you'd be like the 15th person to say that because people kept saying it all day at OpenSauce. And in fact, it is a Michael Reeves video because he's right here playing it. He didn't actually contribute anything. He just walked by my booth and swung the axe, but that was pretty cool. If you're not chronically on like engineering YouTube, then you won't know what OpenSauce is, but it's like a science fair meets a Comic-Con sort of. I don't know, cue the montage. Cue the montage. Ponder the glowing orb. The orb. I packed up my computer, a spare phone, a Nintendo Switch, got on a flight to San Francisco, set up my booth, and shared this ridiculous project with hundreds of people at OpenSauce. No, this is too embarrassing. I have to go inside. I had such an incredible weekend at OpenSauce. It's really hard to pick out highlights, but I will try to right now. Everybody was just primed and ready to be really excited. Like, people were curious about how it worked. They wanted to know about the code. They wanted to play with it. They wanted to swing the axe. They wanted to take a video to send to their friends. I think people were so excited to see their favorite creators that I got some of that energy like by proxy. It was so cool to share people's enthusiasm for shenanigans, code, projects, even the woodworking we did. Like, everybody was so cool. People just told me so many cute, nostalgic stories of playing RuneScape.
My best gaming moment would have to be when I got Ancient Magics on RuneScape. Yes, Ancient Magics!
I talked to Harlan, was his name, and he worked on the Mr. Beast Squid Game video with William Osmond.
So we're testing like end to end from the app over to the board, the computer, to the board, transmitting to this, and to detonation. I'm gonna eliminate it. Didn't work.
And that dude was so righteous. He's just a software engineer at a tech company with a normal day job and got to take 3 weeks off work to do a Mr. Beast video. Are you kidding me? So cool. We talked for like half an hour. Awesome. Also, I got to meet Eric from Internet Comment Etiquette, who Carl and I both love. His channel's incredible. I definitely ripped off copycat impression, parody, satire of his channel in my last video with the LinkedIn post, which I actually have an update about because I genuinely posted that to my LinkedIn. Don't dox me. My friend Emmett, who I'm complimenting and shouting out in that LinkedIn post, got an email from a recruiter quoting from that post. Good and proper internet comment etiquette achieved, because that recruiter thought Emmett and I started some kind of software as a service B2B company using AI and was like, wow, you're really talented. When really we're just making RuneScape bots. After explaining everything hundreds of times at OpenSauce, I have some FAQs that I compiled. Won't you get banned? Definitely true that they try to detect people who use a botting client, but when you think about how they would actually detect someone for botting, it's when they do non-human things. Play very consistently. Like, if you click every third second on the second for an hour straight without fail, a human couldn't do that, right? You'd click on 2.8 or 3.4 seconds or something, right? There'd be some variability there. We played 2 8-hour sessions straight with the axe and was not banned at the end of it. Question number 2 is a little tough to answer. Why? Lots of people ask me why. Why was a recurring question? And the short answer is, I don't know, because I wanted to, because I thought I could. What's next? I think that the obvious answer is probably agility, because cardio is really boring and gives 0 XP, but it would be fun to do some of the more complicated activities in the game, or perhaps something that's not related to RuneScape entirely. There was a lot of curiosity specifically about how the Joy-Con works. Joy-Cons use Bluetooth. The Bluetooth can connect directly to Windows. Nintendo doesn't like to share, so somebody reverse engineered the way that the Joy-Con works, and there's a really cool Python library that I used that it's up on the screen. How do we make the axe? We traced the model from the game, so that gets us its unique blocky shape. We modeled the axe head in a 3D modeling software so that it could be hollow on the inside and have a rail for the Nintendo Switch controller to mount on. We went ahead and split that into 2 parts to 3D print it with less filament and less time. The axe handle was an incredible amount of woodworking. Carl painstakingly chopped, shaped, sanded, chiseled, routed with this cool robo router. It took hours and hours and hours to get to what was ultimately an incredible end product. Thank you so much for your hard work, Carl. The prop turned out great. With the help of everyone who came and swung the axe at my booth, we collected 4,500 willow logs, which is about 300,000 XP, took my count from 61 to 68 woodcutting over the course of the event. Also, thank you to anybody who made it this far in the video. I appreciate you. See you next time.
Never get discouraged, just let your nerdy flourish. Cause we're native to this code, and the rest are all just tourists.